Hello everyone, this is Augustus from Samog Library. In this tutorial we are going to solve the algebraic expression questions in our WASSCE June 2016 and November 2016. Objective question 13 June. Simplify 2 over the expression 1 minus x minus 1 over x. Objective question 15 June. Factorize into bracket 2x plus 3y all square minus into bracket x minus 4y all square. Objective question 40 June. Simplify into bracket p minus r all square minus r square divided by the expression 2p square minus 4pr. Objective question 47 June. Halima is n years old. Her brother's age is 5 years more than half of her age. How old is her brother? Objective question 13 November. Factorize 7 minus 6x minus x squared. Objective question 46 November. Simplify 1 over 4m squared minus 9n squared divided by the expression 1 over 4 into brackets 1 over 2m minus 3n. Now let's take our pens and solve for our answers. Our solution for objective question 13 June, which says we should simplify the expression 2 over 1 minus x minus 1 over x. In this solution, we are going to find the least common denominator, which in this case will be the product of the denominators of the two terms, which will be x and 1 minus x. So this denominator goes into x into bracket 1 minus x. We'll be left with x, and that x multiplied by 2 will get 2x minus the same denominator, which is x into bracket 1 minus x divided by x. We will be left with 1 minus x. So the expression 1 minus x. We can continue by simplifying denominator as 2x minus 1 plus x divided by x into bracket 1 minus x. Let me get some space here. Two x plus x will yield 3x, then minus 1 divided by x into bracket 1 minus x. And this will be our final answer. In objective question 15 June, we have to factorize into bracket 2x plus 3y all square minus x minus 4y all square. This is difference of squares. Difference of squares. So what we are going to do is to write the factors as two products multiplying, in which one of the factors will be formed by using a difference and the other by using a sum. So we are going to get 2x plus 3y minus x minus 4y. That's in a bracket. This one will be one of our factors, and our next factor will be 2x plus 3y inside a small bracket. Then we add 2x minus 4y, also in a bracket like this. After which we simplify. So in our first bracket, 2x plus 3y here, negative times x will give us negative x, negative times negative 4y will give us positive 4y. Then we move on to the second bracket. Since here is plus, we are just going to write 2x plus 3y, nothing is going to change here, plus x minus 4y. We can simplify each bracket. 2x minus x will give us x. 3y plus 4y will give us plus 7y. Then our second bracket, 2x plus x will give us 3x. Then 3y minus 4y will give us minus y. So at the end, the factors, when we factorize the above expression, will be x plus 7y, 3x minus y, multiplying each other. Objective question 40 June says you should simplify into bracket p minus r squared minus r squared divided by the expression 2p squared minus 4pr, which is this. For PR. In simplifying the numerator, we can recognize difference of two squares or difference of squares here. So we just factorize as p minus r. Then in our first bracket we will use minus r. Then p minus r plus r divided by, at the denominator we can factorize 2 between 2 and 4, and p squared and p. We can factorize p here. So at the end we are going to be left with p minus 2 out. So we left with 2 here. 2, then p is out. So r. When you simplify the numerator, we are going to get p negative r will give us p minus 2r. Two brackets. The second one, negative r, can take away positive r. So we'll be left with just a p divided by 2p into bracket p minus 2r. P minus 2r can cancel p minus 2r at the numerator, and this p at the numerator can cancel the p at the denominator. So at the numerator side we will be left with 1, and at the denominator we have 2. So our final answer will be 1 out of 2. In objective question 47 June, it reads Halima is n years old. Her brother's age is 5 years more than half of her age. How old is her brother? So we begin by writing some mathematical expressions down. Halima is n years old. So we can write Halima's age is equal to n years. Her brother's age is 5 years more than half of 8. So we can break that one into two. The first one will be half of Halima's age will be equal to half n. Then we are saying that the brother's age is 5 years more than half of Halima's age. So brother's age will be equal to 5 years more than half of Halima's age. This is half of Halima's age, and the brother's is 5 years more. So we add the 5 to 8. So finally, the brother will be half n plus 5 years old. Objective question 13, November. We are to factorize the expression 7 minus 6x minus x squared. This is a quadratic trinomial, so we can rewrite this in the normal order as negative x squared minus 6x plus 7. We are going to find the product of the coefficient of x squared, which is negative 1, and the constant 7, and we will get negative 7. Then we find two pair factors of negative 7. When we add, we are going to get the coefficient of x, which is negative 6. So 1 and 7, and when we negate the 7 and add it to 1, we are going to get negative 6, which is the coefficient of x. So these are the two factors, 1 and negative 7, that we are going to use as a substitution for negative 6x. So we are going to get 7, the first negative x squared, then plus 1x, so 1x is the same as x, then minus 7x plus 7. In our next step, we are going to group then the 4 terms we have here into 2. But before that, I would like to change the positions first. So as negative x squared plus x, I will change it to x minus x squared. Then I put them in a group like this. Then this one, I will do it plus 7 minus 7x. I'm just getting the negatives inside so that there wouldn't be any complications. X minus 7x squared. The common factor will be x here. Then we'll be left with 1 minus x plus 7 into bracket. The common factor between 7 and negative 7x will be 7. Then you have 1 minus x. Now the contents of our brackets are equal. So we can go ahead and also factor 1 minus x. Then we'll be left with x plus 7 as well. And these will be our factors. The factors for factorizing 7 minus 6x minus x squared. In objective question 46, November, we are to simplify the expression 1 out of 4 m squared minus 9n squared divided by 1 out of 4 into bracket 1 out of 2m minus 3n. We can rewrite the numerator as 1 out of 2 squared, since 4 is a square number, multiplying m squared minus 9 is also a square number, so we can rewrite it as 3 squared multiplying n squared divided by 1 over 4, 1 over 2m minus 3n. At the numerator side, we can put these in a bracket as 1 over 2m, then the square will come outside, minus here the same thing, 3n, then the square will also come outside, divided by 1 out of 2 into brackets 1 out of 2m minus 3n. When we proceed, we can see that the numerator side represents difference of two squares. So we just write them as 1 over 2m minus 3n multiplying 1 over 2m plus 3, and whenever you factorize difference of two squares, you get something like this. So 1 over 4, 2 brackets 1 over 2m minus 3n. When we look at the expressions at both the numerator and the denominator, we can see that 1 over 2m minus 3n can cancel this 1 over 2m minus 3n. Then at the end, we are going to get 1 out of 2m plus 3n divided by 1 out of 4. And we can also rewrite the expression as 1 out of 2m plus 3n in a bracket divided by 1 over 4. And when we get here, we can change this division sign to multiplication, and by so doing, we are going to get 1 over 2m plus 3n times 4 out of 1. Whenever you change division to multiplication, you also reciprocate the fraction after the division symbol. Then finally, the 4 is going to multiply the bracket. So we are going to get 4 times this bracket 1 out of 2m plus 3n. And this will be our